down hard and is injured.
You can't go up against Jeff Ruland in that matter. And Jeff was just standing there, and he went up, even though the whistle and play had been called dead. I think we'll get a chance to see this. He went up strong against.
All right, welcome back to the channel, everyone. Hope you all are having a good day so far. It is nice and cool over here in Phoenix, Arizona, and I am so happy. Summer is done, everyone. Anyways, I wanted to check out this video here from Old School B-Ball. This video is called "The Moment Michael Jordan Fell Proved He Was Unbreakable in His Debut Game." Now, I know this story because this literally happened. I'm not going to spoil it for anybody in case you haven't seen it, but just keep in mind, whatever you're going to see here, this was Jordan's very first game as an NBA player. And what's about to happen is going to blow your mind. You're going to think it's fake, but it really did happen. And yeah, I'm just going to leave it there because, yeah, we should have known at that point this was Iron Man. But okay, I'm just not gonna say anything about it. Let's let the video do its thing, and we'll talk through the video. So, everybody, I'm gonna link the original video from Old School B-Ball down below in the description, like I always do. And if I forget one day, call me out on it. Everybody else, please leave this video a like. It helps get pump the video out there, and I appreciate you all. You know the drill. Thank you very much for supporting the channel and watching. It's been a hell of a ride, everybody. All right, now let's talk about my favorite player, and let's talk about his very first game. Let's do this, everyone.
You can't go up against Jeff Ruland in that matter. And Jeff was just standing there, and he went up, even though the whistle and play had been called dead. I think we'll get a chance to see this.
Boy, you can just tell the air went out of everybody when that ball took place.
In 1984, the Chicago Bulls heralded the arrival of a sensational rookie from North Carolina, Michael Jordan, who quickly captivated audiences and showed potential that rivaled the legendary Julius Erving. Despite the team's significant need for a center, General Manager Thorne recognized Jordan's unparalleled potential and seized the opportunity to draft him. Jordan joined a roster that included young talents such as Orlando Woolridge, Quentin Daly, and Sidney Green, as well as the veteran center Caldwell Jones. Intent on blending in and uplifting his team rather than overshadowing them, Jordan's team-first attitude was evident from the start. During the preseason, the Bulls showcased significant improvement. Despite the array of rookies stepping onto the court, it was Michael Jordan, celebrated as an Olympic hero, who garnered the most attention during the preseason. The Chicago Bulls, coming off a season where they missed the playoffs, showed promise as they entered the exhibition games, finishing with a record of 5-2.
And keep in mind, the hype was really built around Jordan after what he did in the Olympics right before his rookie season here. Because not only did he annihilate the NBA All-Stars in the exhibition games leading up to the Olympics, but then he just straight up dominated the Olympics to the point where Coach Knight, Bobby Knight, straight up said, "That's the best basketball player I've ever seen." And this guy hadn't even started his NBA career yet. So, yeah, a lot of hype. I don't recall an NBA player ever entering the league with this amount of hype and then delivering to the point that he did. But, yeah, so first game.
By the time he had played in 6 exhibition games, Jordan's statistics were nothing short of remarkable.
5 for 7.
Clocking in an average of 28 minutes on the court, he boasted a shooting accuracy of 61% from the field.
Damn.
And an impressive 85% from the free throw line.
That's my GOAT.
Peaking at a 32-point game. The regular season commenced with heightened anticipation, and the Bulls faced the Washington Bullets in a game that would serve as Jordan's official
Wow, the date. I'm sorry, guys. October 26, 1984. That's pretty much 40 years ago. My God. That's 40 years ago, you guys. I mean, 40 years plus a couple of days now.
And the Bulls faced the Washington Bullets in a game that would serve as Jordan's official introduction to the NBA.
Here is the man. They call him Mr. Jordan in Chicago. The standing ovation.
The buzz surrounding Jordan had reached fever pitch, with fans and media alike eager to see if he could live up to the immense hype. As the anticipation for his debut game grew, Jordan shared the mix of excitement and nerves is tangible.
Damn, man, that roll of hundies. You got a roll of hundreds in 1984. That's a dude. That's when, money was like 4 times as valuable back then. That's a lot of money he's holding.
People have high expectations, but I need to remember that it's not possible to meet every single one. I'll be playing it a bit safe for my debut. The extensive attention.
I never saw that quote. He actually said he's gonna play it safe on his debut. Okay, yeah, just watch. You'll see why I'm laughing in a second.
And showered on this standout from North Carolina took Jordan by surprise. The NBA is brimming with stars, from Larry Bird to Dr. J to Isaiah. The sheer scale of attention a rookie like me is getting is surreal, he reflected. Yet, as the nation's heartthrob potentially becomes Chicago's most treasured asset, Jordan's perspective remains grounded. Titles and labels of hero aren't my focus. Let's prioritize winning.
There it is. There it is. Let's prioritize winning. He was always this way, you guys. He was always this way. He'd get bored if he just went out there and scored 37 points a night and they didn't win. What's the point of all that? Before we move forward, I just wanted to say one more thing, which is people like to act like now when somebody like Wemby comes into the league, or when LeBron came into the league, or hell, when Kobe came into the league, that we've never seen anything like this, that no one's ever had this much hype and this much pressure on them. No, it's been going on for a very long time. And before Jordan had it, I gotta say Magic had it. Magic definitely did have a lot of pressure coming into the NBA, but by the time Jordan came in, the NBA was a much bigger product, so the hype was even bigger. But yeah, no, it's nothing new. When we have a crazy hyped up person, you got to come in and deliver. I gotta say, we put a lot of pressure on guys like Grant Hill and Tracy McGrady as well, and Kobe definitely got a lot. LeBron got a lot of pressure too. And some can match up to the pressure and live through it and survive. MJ didn't just survive the pressure, he thrived in it.
The Bulls introduced Michael Jordan with great fanfare, adopting the slogan, "Here comes Mr. Jordan," from a classic film to herald his arrival. Just a season after being celebrated as the College Player of the Year, he seized the opportunity to showcase his extraordinary talents in his inaugural NBA game. The Bullets' towering Bruise brothers, Rick Mahorn and Jeff Ruland, stood menacingly at 6'10" and 240 pounds. Their arrival promised a game where niceties would be cast aside for fierce competition.
Yeah, and if y'all don't know, Rick Mahorn later was part of the Bad Boy Pistons. So Bruise brothers, though, that I haven't heard that term in a long time.
However, the game also offered a moment of anxiety as Jordan found himself on the ground, motionless, with 7:19 remaining in the second quarter. After a tense 30 seconds, he was back on his feet and ready to rejoin the action.
I hate seeing this.
Even in moments of vulnerability,
Look at this.
such as when he was sent sprawling by Jeff Ruland's elbow and hip, Jordan remained the focal point.
Look at the way he landed.
His resilience and determination to ensure all his faculties were intact before rising were indicative of his commitment to the game.
I'm sorry. I know he's talking right now, but dude, he went limp. He went limp.
They're going to get back into this contest.
Yeah, okay. Watching this full speed, just brace yourselves, you guys, if you haven't seen this. This is brutal. Game 1. This is the first game ever. MJ. Man, this is hard for me to watch.
45-28 the score. Chicago's led the entire game. Jordan walked that time. And Jordan went up and came down hard and is injured.
You can't go up against Jeff Ruland in that matter. And Jeff was just standing there, and he went up, even though the whistle and play had been called dead. I think we'll get a chance to see this. He went up strong against Jeff Ruland. It's okay.
He's all right. I think he's taking a breather more than
He's definitely scared. Two things quick. One, I'm pretty sure they called it a travel before, so the whistle blew, and Jordan still went up there to dunk that just to prove a point. But one more thing I want to look at is his breathing. He was panicking. Like I think he was scared that he just like ended his career.
And he went up,
Look
even
at
though
that
the whistle and play was.
You see that in his back? I'm sorry. I know it's a weird thing to focus on, but like, oof.
In that matter, and Jeff was just standing there, and he went up, even though the whistle and play was
He's
had been
freaking
called
out.
dead. I think we'll get a chance to see this. He went up strong against Jeff Ruland. It's okay.
He's all right. I think he's taking a breather more than anything.
Well, he wants to know how his fans are taking it.
And there you go. He gave him a high five on the way out. Like that's the '80s, everybody. That's the '80s. That's old school. Like he just gets up and everything's fine. And then the commentators are even like, yeah, I think he's just taking a breather. You know, like, good Lord.
I believe they were all.
Oh, boy, you can just tell the air went out of everybody when that fall took place.
Yeah, no kidding.
There's no timeout call here.
That's strange. That's an automatic when a guy lays down that long. There has to be something.
Just Thompson and Wally Rooney got everybody right back out on the floor. Jordan staying in.
I know. Jordan doesn't even go to the locker room to get checked out. He doesn't even sit down on the bench for a minute to rest. He's right back out there playing, everybody. Like, if that ain't Iron Man, and I know, sorry, AC Green, I know that's you, but like, dude, sorry. Wow. Oh man, it's just so crazy.
Despite experiencing first-game jitters and a less than stellar shooting performance, Jordan's impact was undeniable. He contributed 16 points and 7 assists. Jordan himself reflected on the game with a mature perspective, recognizing the learning curve, but also acknowledging his ability to impact the game beyond scoring. I knew I could compete at this level, and it was about what I expected. I didn't think they'd double-team me as much as they did, but if my role is to be a decoy, that's okay. As the city of Chicago reveled in the return of fun to the stadium, courtesy of Michael Jordan, it was evident that the Bulls had acquired more than just a basketball player. They had found a catalyst for change, excitement, and a renewed hope.
Yep.
His presence on the court revitalized the Bulls, uplifting his teammates and transforming the atmosphere in the Chicago stadium. Orlando Woolridge and Quentin Daly rose to the occasion, their performances elevated by Jordan's infectious energy and competitive spirit.
Look at
Jordan
that
now
defense.
quickly into the front court, penetrates to the hoop, hangs in the air, give it off Steve Johnson, and he gets the easy. And as Watley quickly in front court to Jordan, looking for penetration, spin move, hangs in the air off the glass.
Yeah, he rolled right off that double team. Before I forget, too, this game ends with a standing ovation. No cap, for real.
And that's what Wes and I were talking about at the pregame show.
You knew it was going.
3. Out of 3 attempts. Jordan spin move. Bradley, great defense to get back. Jordan goes up, hits it, and is fouled by Bradley.
I think the official got kind of excited on that play.
Dyke Williams with a shot, no good. Rebound, Jordan. And here he comes, steaming into the front court. Jordan
Look
with
at
a
the
pass
bottom
off to
lead.
Corzine. He scores.
What a feed, too. I just want to appreciate the quickness here.
Rebound, Jordan.
Look at this. Split.
And here he comes, steaming into
Split.
the front court. Jordan with the pass off to Corzine.
And then he splits
scores.
2 guys with his pass.
Reflecting on his debut, Jordan displayed maturity and understanding of his role on the team, recognizing the learning curve ahead, but also embracing his ability to contribute in various ways, even if it meant being a decoy at times. In their season opener at the Chicago Stadium, the Chicago Bulls, powered by the fresh energy of their rookie sensation, dealt a 109-93 defeat to the Washington Bullets.
Watley with the J, too short. Rebound, Jordan, he got it.
There it is. Offensive
Jordan
rebound.
has climbed to within 4. That's the closest they've been. Pounding a pass inside. Michael Jordan makes him change the shot. Nice defensive play, Rulin. Bad pass by Jeff, however, it went right to Steve Johnson. Rulin tries to draw the charge. To no avail as Mike
Look at this ridiculous shot. How many clutches?
Jeff, however, it went right to Steve Johnson. Rulin tries to draw the charge.
That was like a triple clutch. He did 2 pumps in the air and then releases it on the third. Was he even contested? Because it was so flashy.
Bad pass by
Look at
Jeff,
this.
however, went right to Steve Johnson. Woolen tries to draw the charge. To no avail.
Hardly even contested. It was just natural for him. He hung in the air so long.
As Michael Jordan gets the loose ball and scores.
But to play in a different role.
Ricky Mahorn hustling underneath, can't get it to fall. Jordan to the hoop, being in the air, score!
Keep in mind, this guy just almost paralyzed
Michael
himself.
Jordan had a
The same day, this guy almost just paralyzes himself, and he's still going out and playing like this. Expectations. I have to draw a line between the expectations on me and what I expect for myself. I'm trying to play my natural game, and I think I'm establishing myself, gaining the respect of the players. See? Nothing was given to this guy. He had the weight of the world on his shoulders, and he just didn't give a damn. He went out there and performed.
ride, and the world of basketball would never be the same again. Reflecting on the NBA draft selections, it's almost unfathomable to think that there were players picked before Michael Jordan.
Right?
Rod Thorne, the general manager of the Bulls at the time, found it particularly hard to grasp. Thorne reminisced.
Yeah, but okay. I mean, Hakeem Olajuwon, I totally understand. You could never fault anybody for picking Hakeem for any team ever, like in any era ever. But yeah, Sam Bowie, that's a different story.
Out of all the talents present in the draft, there were only two individuals who truly stood out as superstars. Hakeem Olajuwon, who was picked up by
Yep.
Houston, and of course, Jordan. He went on to explain the team's thought process, stating, "Although our most pressing need was in the center position, we couldn't let the opportunity to acquire a player with Michael's extraordinary potential slip through our fingers."
It's so interesting too because that was their one opportunity to get a real solid, amazing big man in Hakeem Olajuwon. You think about Jordan's entire career over there. Let's go all the way to 1998. So this starts in 84, all the way to 1998. They never had a legit big man. They never really did. They just had somebody who would play the role, but nobody who excelled in a position. And it's interesting because usually you can't win championships like that, but they pulled it off anyways. Thorne, you figured it out, dude. You didn't build teams around guards back then. It was never a thing like it is nowadays. That was a big no-no. You need a big man and then build around the big man. But he went the opposite and never even got that big dude. And Jordan still figured it out with his other role players.
Chicago front office also anticipated that Jordan's presence would have a transformative impact on the Chicago franchise, which had been experiencing a slump prior to drafting the rookie. While season ticket sales had not skyrocketed dramatically, with an exception of selling around 2,500, only slightly more than the previous season,
2,500.
Thorne underscored Jordan's invaluable contribution, especially in light of potential alternative draft scenarios. Imagine if Portland had chosen Jordan as a second pick,
Yeah.
and we ended up with Sam Bowie, Thorne reflected. Bowie might become a great player, but choosing him over Jordan would have been detrimental for our season ticket sales.
It plays into the Portland curse, dude. All these great potential low, lottery draft picks that they've gotten over the years. Every single one, none of them have worked out. They just haven't, and it's usually because of injury reasons. Dame is the only person to break the trend, but it still didn't quite work out because everything fell apart around him.
Jordan's positive image, particularly from his time with the Olympic team, truly saved us.
Yeah.
The Bulls were banking on Jordan's star power to drive substantial walk-up business as a necessity not just for the excitement of the game, but also to offset the financial implications of a substantial contract. The contract outlined 5 guaranteed years with escalating pay, starting at $550,000 and reaching up to $800,000, totaling $33.75 million. Additionally, there were 2 non-guaranteed years at $1.1 million and $1.3 million at the discretion of the Bulls. If exercised, this would bring Jordan's earnings to $86.15 million over 7 years. However, the Bulls were keen on maintaining team unity and a level playing field when it came to certain aspects of player appearance. During the exhibition season, Jordan, backed by a $300,000 a year shoe deal, had been sporting black sneakers adorned with red stripes, his signature Air Jordan model, while his teammates wore white sneakers.
Yep.
Thorne addressed this, stating, "If we permit him to wear black sneakers, it opens the door for others to want different colors as well, and that's something we cannot accommodate." Starting from the regular season, Michael will be wearing white sneakers just like the rest of the team. This decision underscored the Bulls' commitment to team cohesion, ensuring that no player, regardless of their star status, was above the team's established norms. In 1984, a ripple of change began to course through Chicago's sports scene, bringing with it hope and anticipation. Conversations around the city swirled with themes of a transformative rookie named Michael Jordan, whose very name became synonymous with victory, dramatic change, and the dawn of a new era.
All right, sudden ending there. I wasn't prepared for it. But yeah, great video. Absolutely great video. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. This was fun to react to. A lot of people forget about that. What happened in his first game? Like, you think something like, okay, if something like that happened nowadays with your like prized rookie, you're out of that game. They're taking you to the locker room. They're gonna check you out. No way are you not even sitting down. You're not going back into this game. They would protect that asset a lot more these days. But back in the 80s, man, it was like, nope, you're good enough to play. All right, cool. Get out there, help. You know, go help your teammates. I thought it was cool how he broke down the financials at the end. Because, yeah, Jordan was getting low pay in the very beginning there. And, you know, that's why there are certain players like a Charles Barkley or a Scottie Pippen who actually earned more in the NBA than Michael Jordan did during his tenure. Jordan made all of his money from endorsements and the Jordan brand. But, yeah, anyways, that's a different topic altogether. Jordan, right off the bat, you know, he gave those Chicago fans a reason to show up, something to cheer for. And that went all the way until 1998. So he gave them, you know, 14 amazing years to be a Bulls fan. And here I was over in the Arizona desert, and he gave me a reason to watch basketball, to pick up a basketball, learn how to play basketball. And here I am now, all these years later, still talking about basketball and still being as passionate as ever. But if this guy, Michael Jordan, never existed, and if this first game ended in catastrophe, and he would have just been injured right off the bat, it would have been a whole different story. I probably would have never cared about basketball or started playing it, and I wouldn't be here right now talking to you guys. So just the ripple effect is insane. And also basketball players wouldn't be making nearly as much money as they are now. Like, it's an impossibility because Jordan kicked that door open and got everybody paid. So there's reasons why, like, even back in the 90s, dudes like Wilt Chamberlain were saying, you know, everybody should give Michael Jordan 10% of their paycheck because it's because of him that everyone's getting paid so much. And even to this day, Charles Barkley still says it, you know, and also thanks Michael Jordan because of him, the latter half of his career, he got paid an astronomical amount of money in those final contracts, just like Pippen did. Anyways, that's that. Thanks for watching with me, guys. This was a pleasure. This one was not suggested to me. I just saw it and I was like, ooh, nobody really talks about this, do they? Yeah, it was almost over before it began. But thanks for watching. Please leave the video a like if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to the channel if you want more content like this. And do remember, if you enjoyed this video from Old School B-Ball, the video is linked down below in the description. So if you want to check out that channel, subscribe to the channel like I have. Highly recommend it. Everybody, thanks for watching. Peace out to you. Have a wonderful rest of your day, okay? We'll talk soon.